Do, 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 do.
Come on. Come on, thing. There we go. Do. Post. Post.
Yay! I see we're live.
Close that. Go to Twitter, post. Man, I gotta sneeze. Oh,
Don't do that.
Can't sneeze. I took cold medicine like half hour ago. I hate cold medicine.
Oh, did you? I hope to God you didn't take the sleepy kind.
No, Dayquil.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good.
I've been taking it like every 6 hours.
Oh,
It's brutal. Plus the allergy numbers like through the roof. Like mold was the other day was like 140,000. Like it was the highest of the year.
good God!
Like
No, thank you.
8,000 or something.
No, I'm out.
It's brutal.
I'm so out. I'm glad I don't really get hit by allergies terribly much. So that's good.
Yeah. Allergies stink. But I think this is a cold. I don't know.
Yeah,
Terrible headache. I mean, terrible headache. I get migraines. I took my migraine medicine. It went away, but like it only lasts like 6 hours. The thing is, like with this prescription medicine I get, you only get 9 pills. So you got to be like super selective. Like magic bullets. Because they work every time, but you only get 9.
You only get 9.
Like I have no refills. It's like it's a big
you
old
hassle. You have to call the doctor? Like, do they at least give you refills if you call the doctor?
Yeah, but like, it's a pain.
Yeah, of course.
We can put a banner up because there's only 2 of us. Hang on real quick. Media.
My doctor does like refills like if I just email them, which is nice. So
yeah, we gotta do like a port. I always have Pam do it. I don't even know my password.
Oh.
Mr. Questions. There we go. Look at that. Fancy.
Oh, look at that. Oh my God, live. Oh, wait, I'm too tall. Hold on, let me pull this down a little bit. Oh, wait. There we go. That's better.
Hello to the TikTok physics teacher over on Instagram. Zach Samples over on Instagram. My good friend, Mr. Chris, out in Como, who I will see at the Bama game maybe in 2 weeks as we move on up the rankings on October 11th. Rob.
I love seeing all the peoples.
Dogs fan. Good game on Saturday night. Didn't go their way, but it's still a good game. All right, let's answer listener questions. If you have questions, please. We need questions.
It was funny because I was in Universal when I guess that game was going on, and I guess when I'm assuming Bama won. I like all of a sudden like because we were in Louis for the Freddy the Five Nights at Freddy like overlay, and so all of a sudden I just started hearing people like chanting Roll Tide, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna guess that they probably won that game. Then it was like 11 something at night, and I'm like, I'm gonna just say that they won that.
Would have been about right. Yeah, it was a really tight game, and it's obviously super rivalry, but it was well played on both sides.
Yeah. It was just funny because I knew at that moment, I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure they just won the game. So
also obviously there's probably a lot of Bama, Georgia fans down at that area.
I mean, I didn't really see. That's not like they were wearing, clothes.
But I mean, obviously it'd be a lot in Florida, but there was also a Oregon Penn State game that came down. They were in overtime. Oh my gosh, that was a tight game. It's because like there were so many good games on Saturday. Like it was just full of great games, right? And I spent the whole day driving to Kansas City, like watching cheerleading and back. Like I got to see.
You didn't even get to watch the great games. You just had to like.
I listened to them because I couldn't really watch them because 70 they're doing construction all the way to Kansas City, dude. It's like a night driver from back on Atari 2600. They have these those like walls.
Yeah,
the lanes are so skinny. You can't even sneeze. You'll wreck. It's so skinny.
Oh my God!
Because they're adding a third lane to every.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
It's so crazy especially for St. Louis to Columbia.
Yeah.
And, so because like sometimes I'll throw like YouTube TV on my phone and put up
and throw it on. Yeah.
But no, like I could not do that because Pam would have freaked out.
Oh, I'm sure.
By myself. So yeah, so there's this channel on the Varsity app, which is like a radio app. It's called the College Football Blitz, and they just go around to like all the college football games, like when something big's happening. So I'll listen to that all day. But I did make it home for the end of the Bama game, but that was it. So I was like, I got to watch like 15 minutes of football, but I like listening to it on the radio. It was fine. It was fine. Okay, so yeah, we do need questions. So if you could drop a couple questions in, that would be helpful to us today because we have about 5 in the inbox that are current. So like 2 more would be helpful to get us finish line. Could be kind of, we like the planning type questions. Those are great. But any questions?
We can do anything.
Yes.
That's the whole point.
So let us get going. And here we go, 2772. Welcome to episode 2772 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having an outstanding week. And we are always glad when you join us here on the podcast as we tackle our midweek listener questions. We've been doing that for a long time. We didn't originally do listener questions midweek. We added that, quite quickly. It was actually a suggestion by one of our listeners back in the day. And we said, you know what? We'll do that and see what happens. We actually called it the One Commute Question Show back in the day. It's going to be like 2 or 3 questions. And then we added a bunch. But today might be a little shorter because we just have a pair. Ricky's here because Pam, her internet's out currently. She could pop in at any time if they do reconnect the fiber in her neighborhood. I gave her the link, and who knows? She could appear. She could not. We never know. It's one of those mysterious things. Scott, we had him, but he's got an emergency happening in the family. All's good, but he can't make it today. And so you get the Mike and Ricky show. So Ricky's here from a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com and the Mouse for Less. Ricky, what's up?
Hey, everyone. I just got back from a really great Walt Disney World trip, and I just would like to send a huge shout out to Dr. Kai and Ella, who they literally ran into me at Beacon Barrel. So it was really nice to see them and got to talk to them for a little bit, and it was good. I know they were doing some event down there, and it was so good to see them. It's been a long time since I've seen them in person. So, we talk all the time online and stuff like that, but it was so good to actually get to see them in person and give them hugs. And it was so great. So yeah, it was nice to get to hang out with them for a little bit. So I wish it could have been longer, but we had things to do. They had things to do, and so
you're a rock star. You like rock stardom, and said, I can't be here.
No, that's totally not the case. No.
I know Dr. Kai. She rock starred you. That's and Ella.
No, I did not.
She does it to me all the time. I get it. Maybe So I don't know if you listen to the Trip Report shows. I hope you do, Ricky, but a lot of our listeners do. On Mondays we had listener Michelle come on just a couple of days back.
All right.
Her trip was full of a lot of first time experiences, right? Her son's name was Dash. Still her son's name is Dash, which is pretty awesome.
Yes.
So I immediately named her husband Mr. Incredible.
Of course.
His name was Mike. I mean, his name was actually Mike, which, so Mike and Mr. Incredible hand in hand,
right.
Like the old Epcot theme. But we talked about a lot of first experiences on that trip. Dash got his first haircut at the Harmony Barbershop. You missed it. Go back on Monday. Pretty awesome. And he rode his first roller coaster, the Barnstormer, back
awesome.
Kingdom. But speaking of Dr. Kai, I got some breaking news that on this trip, he got to have a first-time experience, which is near and dear to my heart on that trip. First Uncrustable consumed down at Walt Disney World. I mean, that's a landmark. That's a life-changing moment in a guy's life. First Uncrustable, because think about it. Like it's the greatest convenience food in the world. Just bam.
It sure is.
I mean, I have one every Monday afternoon to prepare for these amazing shows. I mean, they're a little bit better than average most of the time. Maybe.
Yes.
We try.
Maybe. Maybe. I mean, every once in a while, I'll grab an Uncrustable and have that for, dinner. So, or I guess I should say lunch. And sometimes I'll try to give Lucy one, and she'll eat like 3 bites of it and then hand it to me and say, "Mom, I'm done." So, but she tries. So, we do all right with the Uncrustables here in our house.
Yeah, we're still working for that Smucker's sponsorship. We'll get it one day. So yeah,
Exactly.
hope everybody had fun. It was Retro Magic, I believe, was the event they were doing.
That was what it is. Yeah. Yeah. That was cool.
Tony Baxter and everybody talking about. I saw that I was kind of following along on social media. One of the points I saw was exciting. They had one of the Tapestry of Nations marionettes come marching through the ballroom.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'd like seeing that. Yeah, so obviously, because Scott and I were talking about this on Sunday night, which you'll hear the replay tomorrow on the show. It's a lot of fun. But you obviously were around back in the Tapestry of Nations days. Right?
I got the tail end of it. I actually never saw
Am I the world's oldest person or what?
No. I did. I went in the year 2000, and so like I know I was there when we went when it was taking place, but I definitely didn't see it. So
really?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, I did not see it though. And then when we went back on Brian and our first trip in 2005, I think it was still going on, but again, we didn't see it. So I'm not entirely sure why that was the case, but yeah, I never saw it in person. I know the music obviously, but I never actually saw it in person. Yeah. I love the music. Don't get me wrong.
I was really speaking some great language, and come to find out they just made that up.
Yeah, of course.
Totally made up. Like, I thought I was, really, culturally advanced by singing that song. Totally just made up. But yeah, oh my gosh, that parade was so great because you would hear, you'd be in World Showcase, like you might be hanging out at, I don't know, like Norway, and you'd like across the lagoon over like in Japan or, over towards France, you'd hear bum, 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 bum. You'd hear like the float because there was this big spinny like percussion like drum float, and this guy would play these drums on this rotating big old drum thing. It was so, and then these marionettes would come and they would like they would shake hands with the people watching, the little kids. They give them high fives and stuff. Oh, it was a great. I wish they'd bring it back. That was so. They say there's too many people there, but were there not too many people in 2000? Were there more people?
I don't know. Let me tell you. I was just in Epcot on Saturday night, and dude, it was.
But I get it. I understand. But I mean, did they not have people in 2000? I mean, was it like because we in the clubhouse today. We're looking at wait times. Dude, like 20 minutes for flight of passage. Come on now. Like, and I know it's crowded on the weekends, right? But you make a path. Like
I'm telling you, like there were probably 30-minute waits for every single food stand for food and wine. Like, and that's not a joke. Like, it was legit stupid long.
At the beginning of Food and Wine are going to be nuts.
But it's the beginning of food. I mean, it's been a month, so
back in the day, this would have been the beginning of Food and Wine. I forgot. I'm old.
Yeah, like it's
traditionally this would have been the beginning. Yes.
So
into September. Yeah.
No,
I forgot. Then the guy got all screwed up because it used to go in July. That was really
then it went in July. Yeah. That was
why is everything so backwards? Anyway, yes, and Len agrees. He says he loved Tapestry of Nations parade. It's one of the most memorable things in Disney. Yeah, because man, we were in the golden years because Tapestry of Nations at Epcot and then Spectral Magic happening over at the Magic Kingdom. Boom, boom. You could go like back and forth between those two. Oh man, so good. But that's not why we're here. Yeah, we are. I mean, we are a reminiscing kind of podcast. We like to look back at those days, but we have some questions to answer. So if you have questions, drop those in the comments. Len did say, did you see that Grayson, the piano player over at Casey's, got his legacy cast member badge? I did see that on social media. I like that Disney is going out and recognizing the best of the best. Also, the photographer, the photo.
Oh, Willie. Yeah. I had a fantastic interaction with Willie a few years. Well, it was probably maybe a year and a half ago. And I did go to guest relations, and I gave him the kudos because he was so phenomenal. And actually, when I was in Epcot or in Magic Kingdom I was in literally almost every park on Saturday or on Friday night. On like we went to Magic Kingdom.
Friday show. We're going to talk about your trip this weekend. Just
yes,
what's happening down there.
We went to Magic Kingdom, we went to Animal Kingdom, and we went to Epcot all in one day. So, but when we were walking through Magic Kingdom, I did see Grayson, and I saw him playing the piano, and I am telling you, like, dude was swarmed with people because now everybody knows that he's phenomenal, which he is he's a phenomenal piano player, but now everybody else knows it too, so like they're all just swarming him, and he was getting filmed by everybody, and yeah, it was so great to see too. But also another one who got their legacy name tag was our buddy Steven, who is formerly a Give Kids the World, and I'm so proud of him.
I did see that Steven shout out. Yes, I saw that, and I was so proud of him. I was like, yes, because when good things happen to good people, it makes my heart happy.
I'm so happy for him. I can't even tell you how proud of him I am that he got that. So he deserves it. He is such a great, cast member. I mean, I know what he did at Give Kids the World, and I can only imagine how phenomenal he is at Disney. So I'm so happy for Steven. So kudos to him as well. So everybody that got their legacy name tags this time, just amazing. They were all amazing cast members, and a lot of them are ones that we have heard of time and time again. So that part's so fantastic to know.
And if you're new to the Disney, fandom and stuff, the legacy name tags are blue. They're the navy blue name tags. So when you see those, you know that you're dealing with a big shot.
An incredible. Not that all cast members are not incredible,
but I mean, they've been there. They've really earned their.
They have earned. Yes.
They've done phenomenal stuff. So check when you see that. When I see that, I'm like, ooh, because like Yeehaw Bob has one, over at the River Roost. Like it's special. And I like that they do that. But I mean, I like that they're blasting them on social media because I want to get to know that. I want to, they're doing like little featurettes because I think that's so great. I want to know the person. I just don't want to know like photographer. I want to know like what's the are they married? Do they have grandkids? How long have they been there? What do they like outside of taking pictures? Because they're not just a photographer. Like what? Tell me about the human.
Exactly.
Cool. Exactly. All right, let's answer a question. Chris says, hey, Mike, I have two questions for you. One about Walt Disney World and one about Alani. Well, never been to Alani, but
I have, so maybe I can answer it.
You have, and we're going to crowdsource it too. Let's see. Number one, Walt Disney World. My son is a huge fan of Fort Wilderness. He's been talking about it nonstop since we got back from our boys' trip in May. He wants to go back with me and my wife, who is decidedly not a camper. My wife is decidedly not a camper as well. Even though when we were back dating, we used to go camping we used to go on float trips all the time. Float trips were a very Midwest thing. You would camp at night, get up early in the morning, get in a school bus, like a decrepit school bus. It was destroyed. They'd take you about 10 miles up a little river and drop you in a kind of the rivers, but they're not big rivers like the Merrimack or the Hoosier or the Current River or all these little small tributary rivers, and you would get in a canoe and float down back to your campsite, 10, 12 miles or whatever. Most people like drink beer and stuff the whole day. It's a thing in Missouri. Like it's a big deal. Like go out to mid-Missouri, big deal. Anyway, back to that. We did that all the time. Like it's because it was like a cheap. That was like all the teachers could do in the summer because it was super cheap. Anyway, back to Chris. Honestly, glamping would be a stretch for her, but likes a good pool. She's expressed interest in the Meadow swimming pool expansion. What can you tell me about the timeline and what it might look like? Details online are pretty sparse. This sounds like your department, Ricky. What do we got here for the Meadow swimming pool expansion over at the fort? Any updates on that?
Is a good question. And no, I haven't heard anything about it lately. Matter of fact, I'm trying to look it up to see what the last details were. It's the one at Fort Wilderness. Because I knew they were gonna do some updates to it, right? Obviously. That was about 3 months ago that they announced that, so maybe a little bit longer. I guess they're getting an expansion. I don't know exactly when it's going to be. I don't even know if they've started it, actually, to be honest. They've been very quiet about this pool. Hang on,
Well, let's go on to the second
I'm
part,
trying to do the
we'll
yeah,
do a
let's
little
go to the
research
other
and
one.
see what we can. So this is question 2, probably for Scotty G, but Ricky's here too. So, and we can crowdsource this again. Come over to the clubhouse because we always get in that current BOGP discussion, like for the show. We always get lots of conversation going. We're probably headed to Alani this coming June. Has he ever ridden the Hawaiian Railroad? If so, what can you tell me about it? I haven't seen all of his videos, but I've definitely checked out some. Also, we're thinking about going to Maui or Kauai after our stay in Alani. Does he have any preferences or favorite places on either island? Thanks as always, Chris. What do we got here? So, did you do the Hawaiian Rail? Dude, I love trains because we go to Amtrak a couple times just for the heck of it. Like we rode out to Herman and back. You know where that is because you're from St. Louis. But did you do the Hawaiian Railroad?
Yep.
You did? Ricky, are you there?
No. Oh, did I...
Hang on.
Are you there?
Yeah. When you start messing with your computer, you start bogging up.
Hello?
Ricky.
Yes. I'm here. I promise I'm here.
Okay, I'm here. But are you because you're like lagging. Are you here now?
Yeah, I'm here. It's yeah. I'm here. Can you hear me now?
I don't think you can mess with your computer though while you're doing this because it's total. You're
Sorry.
like 10 seconds behind now. As soon as you started playing with your computer.
Yeah, I know. It's coming back on. It's just yeah, I know. I didn't know nothing, but I wish I would have known that was a question that was coming up. I would have looked at it a little bit earlier. So that was the problem.
Okay.
So I think I'm back now. Let me do one thing.
Yeah, Len says it was like 6 Mississippis.
Because yeah, that was what. Hold on one second. Okay. I should be back. It's not thinking anymore, so I should be back.
Okay, yeah, let's don't look anything up. Okay, so
can you hear me now?
Yep. Are you there? We good?
Oh, I'm back. Wait.
You're still behind.
I think I am. It's I'm done thinking. Like it's done. My computer's done thinking, so it should be back. I should be back now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so we're caught up. Okay, so just
yes.
I'm gonna
sorry. You threw me off with the meadow swimming pool thing, and I was like, I don't know anything about that right now, so I have to look that up.
All right, here we go. So sorry. I'm gonna throw it to you. Okay, so
what was the question about Alani? I heard part of it.
I'm gonna throw it to you. So have you ever ridden the Hawaii Railroad out there?
I have not. I didn't know it was a thing either. So now the next time I go to Hawaii, I think I'm gonna have to look into that. That sounds really cool. But Alani is great. It's such a relaxing resort. It's kind of like if you're looking for a nice like Disney vacation where you get some Disney fun, but you also get to experience like the culture of Hawaii, the culture of a different place. This is the perfect place for you. Like it's such a great relaxing vacation. The pools are fantastic. The one thing to know about them though is like people do get their spots very, very, very early in the morning. So that is something that you have to kind of keep in mind. You got to kind of get your spot and you can't like leave your stuff there. So you have to, be by the pool. The restaurants there are fantastic. Makihiki is so good. I really like that. That's kind of a character meal. And then they have the luau, which is great too. They also have Ama Ama, which is the upscale restaurant there. And they have a couple of other options too, as far as dining is concerned. And there's obviously the beach is another really great feature of Alani as well. So like taking advantage of that is so huge. We were only there for a day, but you know, it was really like a full like day and a half, 2 days. But by the time we got there and did everything that we needed to do, and for us, that was enough to like get the lay of the land kind of thing of Alani. But can't wait to go back someday. It's such a great place. Disney really knocked it out of the park. It reminds me a lot of, say, like a Wilderness Lodge or something like that because of the feel of the resort. I mean, Joe Rohde was behind it, so if you know his name and you know the Disney lore of what he's been behind, you know it's got to be really really good. And it's such a great resort. I can't say enough good things about Alani. It's very relaxing. So if you're looking for something relaxing but also has those Disney touches, that's going to be it for you.
All right. And Chris was asking though about stuff outside of Alani. So do check out Scott's videos because I know he went to like where they filmed Jurassic Park and did an ATV tour on one of the videos. He also went to the Dole Plantation. I know he went to Pearl Harbor in one of the videos. So there's lots of he did a lot of the stuff outside of tons of stuff. So check out the videos and you'll see that. So that's must-see adventures. All right, Adriana has a question. Hey, Mike and BOGP crew, I'm headed to Disney in early December from Australia. Gotta like that. Our dining plan window opens very soon, midweek actually. Our plan is day 1, Hollywood Studios. Day 2, Magic Kingdom. Day 3, rest / Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Day 4, Animal Kingdom. And day 5, Epcot. We don't have a park hopper. I'd planned to do the Fantasmic dining package, but have noticed that Jollywood Nights is on our first day. My question is, will Fantasmic still go ahead on a party night, or should I consider swapping my days around? I thought Epcot might be great as a last day, as we'll have the dining plan to use up any snack credits still lingering at the end of the trip. Thoughts? Andrina from Australia. So Fantasmic probably will not happen on a Jollywood Nights night, correct?
I'm trying to think back because I did Jollywood Nights, but I went to the very first one. And Brian and I were actually talking about doing Jollywood Nights again this year, but we looked at the pricing because we would do it at Thanksgiving, and we were like, "Oh no, never mind."
I mean, if you're coming all the way from Australia, I don't think she's doing it, but I'm just saying, like, if I was coming from the other side of the world, I might look at it, but
yeah, for sure. And the reason why it was so expensive was because we were doing Thanksgiving, so that would be why. However, with that being said, I would definitely check Disney's website, and they'll have the calendar up, and then check the day for when you want to go, and they should be able to tell you whether Fantasmic is happening or not. I know that I believe there's like a mix-in. So like they may have one showing of Fantasmic that night, but I'm not 100% sure because I can't remember the night that we went if they had it or not. So but you know, I would definitely check the calendar and just see if they're doing Fantasmic that night.
I would say no, but yeah, they could. But I do like the plan though with your dining plan that if you have lingering credits and you wanted to use them like snack credits at Epcot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because they don't have a hopper, so that kind of does. You are going to be limited to where you could use them. You could also use them at your resort. I don't know what resort they're staying at, but you know that's a good place to pick some things up in the store if you want to take stuff back. But yeah, you're gonna obviously Epcot's probably use your credits.
Definitely.
Yeah, but what I would do is default to saying there's probably not going to be a Fantasmic, but there could be. So I would check that calendar. All right, let's see here. Cindy has a question. Hey, BOGP, I am planning a family trip in March of 2026. I have to admit, I'm a bit of a planner, so I'm looking ahead to my ADRs and wanted your opinions. We will have the Disney dining plan just for reference. We're staying at Coronado and have 3-day park hoppers. Here's what I'm thinking. 3 Bridges, Boma, Akershus, Ohana, Topolino's, Tony's. My husband has always wanted to eat here, and his name is Tony.
Oh.
I mean, why not? And Maya Grill. Oh, yeah, there you go. My dilemma is this. I'm debating between Artist Point and Boma, as my daughter loves characters, and we've never eaten at Artist Point, but we love Boma. Number 2, I'm also debating between Maya Grill and Whispering Canyon. We would love to visit Wilderness Lodge for a potential stay in the future, but Maya Grill is so convenient and it's Mexican, which we all love. I would love your take and opinions on these choices. Thanks, Cindy. She's up in Toronto, Canada. Okay, so I like your choices because, yes, you're staying at Coronado, so Three Bridges, great choice. Boma, solid. Akershus, great dining. I mean, different. It's fun. Ohana Topolino's rocking. Tony's. I mean, Tony's going to Tony's. So you got Maya Grill. Between Maya Grill and Whisper. So let's go to her number 2 dilemma first. Maya Grill, Whispering Canyon. They love Mexican. It's at Coronado. So you get the smooth jazz guys most nights. He's almost always there. He rocks. It's so good. It's in my top 3 restaurants at Walt Disney World. It's that good. Like, it is that good. But you also get the adventure of seeing Wilderness Lodge. They're going to March. Whispering Canyon's fun. I prefer the food. Atmosphere, Whispering Canyon's going to win. Atmosphere. Like, experience, Whispering Canyon probably wins by a hair. Food, if you like Mexican, I think food wins at Maya Grill. What do you think?
I think that they should go to Whispering Canyon. I understand the love of the Mexican food, but Whispering Canyon is such a quintessential Disney experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is fun. I think the food is fantastic. I really would. I think I would much. And this kind of goes to the other second half of the question. Because I'm going to choose Boma for that one, because that way you get to see, Wilderness Lodge and get to experience that. So I would definitely say, I think for me, I would choose Whispering Canyon over Maya Grill, actually, hands down. I mean, it's not a question for me, but I know we have differing opinions on, like, you love Maya Grill and I think it's fine. Like, it's not like, it's definitely not in my top. And I can't actually tell you, I mean, the last time I've been to Maya Grill, I think, was with you. And that's been quite a few years, actually. So, like, I've been to Whispering Canyon multiple times since then. So I choose Whispering Canyon over Maya Grill anyway. So yeah, I would definitely choose Whispering Canyon.
Okay, so there's your thoughts. I mean, I eat Mexican 5 nights a week, so
right, exactly, and I do not. So yeah. But then I would choose Boma for sure over Artist Point. I think the food is hands down so much better at Boma. I mean, 100% better at Boma. Matter of fact, I have not done Artist Point because I've looked at the menu and been like, this menu is meh. There's not like a lot on that menu that I feel warrants the only thing that warrants the visit over there, I believe, is the fact that it is a character meal with unique characters. And I think they get away with it because they have the unique characters, and that's it. The menu does not appeal to me at all over at Artist Point. So I'm definitely going to say do Boma.
But if they did Artist Point, they could do Maya Grill. And
yes, I understand that. But I think
they could do Maya Grill, get the Mexican, and do Artist Point and see Wilderness Lodge.
I get that, but I'm trying to give them the better food options. I feel like
Boma's probably better. Boma's got great food. Oh,
yeah,
good.
For sure.
They're both super expensive. But
and Len, thank you for checking. He said checking on the first night of Jollywood, and Fantasmic is at 6:30. That's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking they had a Fantasmic that night, especially going back to when I went. I was like, I'm pretty sure they had Fantasmic. So thank you for looking that up, Len, since apparently I can't look up anything right now.
She has a computer from 1998 and an AOL.
No, I don't. It's just I need to restart it, and I knew you'd be mad if I restarted it before we did the podcast. So.
All right, Natalie's got a question. It says urgent, LOL. So I'm put at the bottom. Hey, Mike and team, I'm headed to Disneyland for the first time for my honeymoon in 2 weeks.
Okay, she is urgent.
That is urgent.
This is urgent.
That does pass muster. We have 2-day tickets with Hopper and Lightning Lane, staying at the Hojo. Rock on. The Hojo's great. Since it's my first time, I have zero strategy for rope dropping day one. What would you advise? We want to do everything. Thanks. Obsessed with your show. I like that you're obsessed with our show. And the correct answers, head directly to Fantasyland at Disneyland. That's what just go directly to Fantasyland. Do not pass go. Go right through the castle. You got to go through the castle, man. You're like, you got to live that video from 1955. And then you'll be like, oh my gosh, am I in a commercial? What's
Yeah.
going on? There'll be a band playing likely. You might see Alice in Wonderland, like riding the carousel. You might see the Mad Hatter. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's
Disneyland
so good.
Fantasyland at Rope Drop is bizarre. It is so good.
It's
Oh,
so good.
yes.
I was gonna suggest Disney or Fantasyland as well because the wait times for the attractions are a lot smaller, and those attractions do back up pretty quickly. So especially, you know, Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland, I feel like those definitely get hit hard. So those would be one of the first two I do, and then you got to throw in Mr. Toad as well. So I feel like those three right there are definitely must dos, especially in the beginning, and then after that, yeah, I mean, like you said, the characters are usually out a lot of times and doing things in the park, you know, living their park best life too. So I think Fantasyland is the right choice. And then if you go over to California Adventure, just throwing this out there for like the next day or something, I would say you probably want to do either Radiator Springs or Web Slingers, depending on if Radiator Springs is open in the morning. Because both tend to have extremely long waits as well. So Radiator Springs, I feel like, has a little bit more so than Web Slingers lately, but you know, because I mean, Radiator Springs is just so phenomenal. So I that would be probably where I would head first, and then I go to Web Slingers after that, and then go from there.
Also, see if you can get a meal at Blue Bayou. It's
Yes.
and get
Yes.
them in Cristo, and be in Cars Land. It's sunset
At
for the
Shaboom, the
It is
Shaboom.
so cool. Like it's just
It is.
amazing when you turn on the neon. It only
It's
lasts a few minutes, but it is because they flip on the switch and all
it's
the lights go on down the
fantastic.
street. It's amazing. And stand
It's so
right
good.
outside Flows. Stand right outside Flows.
Yes.
The kids will have the little check flags and yeah, thing. It's cool.
You also don't want to miss out a corn dog from the Little Corn Dog, you know, Little Red Wagon. You definitely want to do that. And you want to get mint julep and the beignets. Yeah,
Yep,
for sure.
Yep.
And Bengal barbecue.
Yes.
That you got the skewers there. I feel like that's a good option too.
Back in January. Oh, can't wait.
Yeah. Just and back to Cars Land.
And Haunted Mansion Holiday will be going on. Oh man, it's so good. And I don't even like that movie. It's so
I don't either. I really don't like that movie. And Haunted Mansion Holiday is fantastic. So you definitely want to catch that.
4 times. I'm like,
and that's something you want to do like almost first thing too, because the lines for Haunted Mansion Holiday get really long. Because it is such a fan favorite for the West Coast.
And so also Lightning Lane Multipass at Disneyland is so clutch, dude. You
it is.
Ride stuff because there's so many attractions. Like it's like you feel like a rock star. You're just riding stuff nonstop.
The other perk about getting Lightning Lane at Disneyland is because a lot of people are locals. Not a lot of people do buy Lightning Lane, so you get more. I feel like you get more bang for your buck at Disneyland with Lightning Lane than you ever do at Walt Disney World.
100%. It is the best. Like when you're buying that package, dude, click that box. It's the best money.
It is for sure. Yeah,
you're gonna have a great time. And
you're gonna have such a fantastic time. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so great.
That worked. And by the way, Bug24 Jeep over on Instagram says my cousin chatted with Ricky and Brian at the Pirates of the Caribbean last week. Brian tried her drink.
Yes, she did. Yes, he did. It was so nice to meet Nancy. Yes, I'll talk a little bit about that on Friday's episode. But yeah, it was so great to meet Nancy. She was so lovely. She actually, she gave me a scrunchie. She's like, I want to give you something here, and she made a scrunchie and she gave it to me, and it's got like Mickey Mouse's on it. It's so sweet. Oh, Nancy was so nice. It was so lovely to meet her.
I got to hear about this that Brian was drinking in the Pirates of the Caribbean line.
Yeah, no, not in the line, in the lounge.
Oh, lounge. Okay, lounge.
Yeah. Lounge. Yes. Yeah.
All right, let's get to one more question here from Lori. It says, Matt's kind of urgent in the title. So kind of urgent. So let's see. I like that because you're being realistic here. Hey, Mike, Pam, Rikki, Scotty G. Thanks for all the fun Disney updates and planning tips. I have a trip coming up at the end of October, and I have a couple questions. Number one, the trip starts with a work conference, and I'll be there solo Monday through Thursday. Then my family will fly out to meet me for fun Friday through Sunday. My plan is to go explore the Food and Wine Festival Monday through Thursday for dinner after the conference. I have 3-day tickets for those days, then 3 days of tickets as part of the package for when my family comes. With this many days of tickets, is it possible to try to get an annual pass while I'm there? How does that work? And would it change anything about the reservations I already have with those tickets? At what point in the trip would I need to do that? So that's gonna be weird because she's probably I'm guessing she's gonna have 2 sets of tickets. She's gonna have like one of those conference tickets, which I don't ever deal with because we don't sell those.
Right.
And probably a Magic Your Way ticket that she's buying with her family.
Right.
I don't know if how you would combine the. You would have to really call Disney to do that because I don't know if you
go to guest services when you get there.
because that's gonna be a nightmare to try to get the value of both towards an AP.
I would do that first thing actually to see if it's even possible, because I don't know if that would be possible to do it with the convention tickets. That's the part that I'm more concerned about, is I don't know if that will apply to purchasing a annual pass. So
you definitely do that before the convention ticket expires.
Correct. And that's why I said I would just do it first, like the first thing you do.
Impact your patience, because that's going to be This is going to be really tricky because you're going to have a second ticket, and if you want both, like you're going to have to do some voodoo to make that happen.
Oh yeah, for sure. They will.
You pray that you get a really experienced cast member.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Some people can figure out how to do it, but most probably can't. But
you definitely want to go to guest relations right at the beginning, like hands down. I would not mess around with that. I would just go there first thing.
And if you don't get the right answer, maybe go a second time.
Valid.
That's somebody who does this every day. Like if I don't get the right answer one time, I call second time. It's just to verify. That's always a good idea. Number 2, when my family joins me at the end of the week, we're going to try to visit each of the parks. The last day, we're going to go to Animal Kingdom in the morning. Our flight leaves MCO at about 5 p.m. and we have to return a rental car. Do you think we can fit in a trip to Disney Springs after visiting Animal Kingdom for a late lunch, Gideon's side quest, and for some souvenirs? And if so, how would y'all time it all? Thank you, Mike, for helping us set the trip up, and to everyone for your trip planning expertise and stories. Lori's down in Texas.
Ooh.
Okay, so I don't want to get her stranded. So Ricky, be careful. I don't want to.
I know.
Be careful.
Can't
have a family from Texas wander to Disney Springs missing their flight. Let's not do that.
Their flight's at 5.
Yes, I know you like.
No, I think
you're not like. I'm always at the airport 5 hours early. Like I'm not missing a flight. I promise you.
I'm not there 5 hours early, but I would be squirrely on that myself. Like because I would be at the airport at least by 3, and it's going to take at least.
I do the Magical Express rule. Like, dude, I leave.
3 hours.
Flight at 5. I'm leaving property at 2. Like,
that's probably what I would do.
And I'm there super early, but you know what? I've never missed a flight.
No, I still think that's what I would do too. I would leave property at 2 for sure. No later than 2. And I guess that depends on if you can get over to Disney. It depends on how long you spend at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and if you can get over to Disney Springs and spend some time. But you can't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would chance that one. I would probably just enjoy my time at Animal Kingdom if it was me, and get a lunch there and enjoy that. And I mean, I know they probably want Gideon's, but they have some great snacks at the little Zuri's sweet shop at Animal Kingdom, so you could get some snacks there instead and take those home with you. I know it's not the same as Gideon's, trust me, I get that.
Try to work Disney Springs into one of the other days, not this last day.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, because it's just I would be too worried on that one. There's just not enough time, I would feel like, in my opinion. But
she's there for a work conference, right? And Gideon's cookies keep. Go on Thursday and get them for the family and surprise them when they get there on Friday. Boom, you got the cookies. Those keep.
They do. They keep pretty well. And I mean, you could always pull a me and bring a thing of Tupperware and put the cookies in.
You don't have to do all that. I mean, come on.
I just said that you could pull a me. I didn't say you had to do it.
You drive. Like, she's not going to be bringing, the dishware.
Hey, it depends. You could do a little Tupperware container.
It's cord. I don't know what it is. The glass stuff.
No, you can do. I'm not bringing glass. I'm bringing plastic. Come on. Or bring at least a Ziploc bag or 2. I mean, you don't even have to bring I bring Tupperware, but you can bring a Ziploc bag, and those you can throw in a suitcase pretty easy. And put the cookies in. Go early. Put the cookies in there, and yeah, that's what I would do. I wouldn't chance it that last day. That seems way too iffy for me. I would go to Animal Kingdom. Enjoy your time in Animal Kingdom.
The rule is too. You got to remember about Walt Disney World. Transportation.
Yeah.
Takes longer than you're going to expect.
Correct.
It is a time suck. Like,
Yes.
it just is. Like, it's
Yes.
just you're gonna wait longer for a bus. The bus is gonna be, every bus is gonna go by except the one you need,
Exactly.
especially when you're on a time crunch. It's just
Exactly.
gonna happen. So,
Yes.
if you could swing by, maybe get the cookies for the family on one of those nights, like where you have free time because you're just there on the business part. Like, I'd say Thursday night, possibly, because then you're just time's plentiful.
Yeah.
That's what I would probably do if possible.
I agree with that.
Lisa says she goes, shout out to Lisa down in Mobile, Alabama. Roll Tide, except for in a couple weeks when we play you guys at the zoo. We'll have to go our separate ways that one Saturday. She goes the day they arrive, and Ori says, bring all the cookies home.
I agree.
Yes. All right, we're going to duck out of here, but thanks for the great questions. Keep them coming. We need those in the inbox, and you can have all levels of urgency. We will answer them all. I promise you that. So send those to Mike at beourguestpodcast.com. Just put listener questions in the header, and we love, love, love your listener questions. Thank you so much for those. Again, Mike at beourguestpodcast.com. We're going to be back on Friday talking a little bit about Ricky's trip. Everything happened over the past weekend. So you want to know what's happening down at Walt Disney World? We're going to talk about it right there. Kind of a mini trip report with boots on the ground happening right now. All right. Don't forget, our show is always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. Swing by the website over at themagicforless.com. See what's happening with all of the trip planning tools that are available to you for no cost. And then while you're there, fill out that free no obligation quote, mention the show, and we'll be working together, planning that great Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so much to our Patreon supporters. You guys keep us on the air. So a huge shout out to each and every one of you. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Come over to the clubhouse as well. It's free for everybody. We have great conversation 24/7, 365. It's great. It's our Discord server. It's like a live chat kind of message board situation. We want to see you there. I'll give you a welcome as soon as you jump in. Just come over, beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. And you can follow us on the social media. I'm at beourguestmike on the social media. That's x.com, Instagram, Threads, all the places. Ricky's at Ricky Nibs, RIKKINIBS, all the same places. And we'll have a live show this Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Join us. We'll take your calls. Scotty G out of town, so I need your calls. So be there. I need you. Seriously. It's not a live call show without calls. It'll be really short, really boring. Really, it'll just be a show, like a live call-in show, but no calls. Terrible. All right, we're going to jump out of here. We'll be back again on Friday having some fun. So until then, for Ricky, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Wednesday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. Let me edit that real quick so I don't miss that.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, I really don't know about this, so I need to figure it out because I don't actually know the answer.
I know it's okay. I'm gonna cut out. We rode out to Herman and back. You know where that is because you're from St. Louis. But did you do the Hawaiian Railroad?
Yep.
You did.
I just cut all that out.
Ricky, are you there?
No.
Wait, don't talk because then I can't tell if it's you or the recording.
Oh, did
Hang on.
Are you there?
Yeah. When you start messing with your computer, you started bogging up.
Hello?
Ricky.
Swimming pool thing, and I was like, oh, I'm back. Wait.
You're still behind.
I have not. I didn't know it was a thing either.
You know where that is because you're from St. Louis, but I love trains because we rode Amtrak a couple times just for the heck of it. We rode out to Herman and back. You know where that is?
I think I am.
The Hawaiian Railroad. If so, what can you tell me about it? I haven't seen all of his videos, but I've definitely checked out some. Also, we're thinking about going to Maui or Kauai after our stay in Aulani. Does he have any preferences or favorite places on either island? Thanks as always, Chris. What do we got here? So what did you do the Hawaiian Rail? Dude, I love trains because we go to Amtrak a couple times just for the heck of it. Like we rode out to Herman and back. You know where that is because you're from St. Louis. But oh, Sarah, hang on. I got to find where you said I have not.
Oh, I'm back. Wait.
Hang on. You're still behind.
I think I am.
She's still behind.
I'm done thinking. Like it's done. My computer's done thinking. So it should be. I should be back now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so we're caught up.
Yes,
okay, so just I'm going to throw it to you.
Sorry.
Okay, hang on.
Sorry. You threw in Disney fun, but
have you ever ridden the Hawaii Railroad out there?
I have not. I didn't know it was a thing.
I think I got it. I love trains because we go to Amtrak a couple times just for the heck of it.
I have not. I didn't know it was a thing either. So now the next time I go to Hawaii, I think I'm gonna have to look into that. That sounds really cool. But Aulani it's such a relaxing resort.
Got it.
It's
perfect. Got it. Good enough. Save as episode 2772 edited. %92 done. There we go. Close. All. Record a new show. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. My head is pounding. Kurt says the Orlando traffic is no joke. My good friend, he's a Bama fan too. We got all the Bama fans in the house tonight. He sent me the greatest football of all time, which sits right under my TV. I look at it constantly. It's got writing on it from a certain football coach that I watch every Saturday morning. It sits right next to Pat McAfee, which Pat McAfee drives me crazy. He's growing on me a little bit. You know who Pat McAfee is?
I've heard the name.
He's kind of annoying, but he's kind of growing on me a little bit. He jumped off a high dive the other day in a Speedo in Miami.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yes, it was wild. Still don't watch his show, but I do watch him on Saturdays. But Coach Saban, greatest coach. Okay, here we go. I miss Coach Saban. I wish he'd be on the sidelines when it comes to Mizzou. Coach DeBoer, though, he's doing better. Okay, here we go. This is 2774. We're just going to talk. Such a headache.
Sounds good.
Oh, I'm dying here. Here we go.
Okay.
Welcome to episode 2774 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're having a great week and kicking off the weekend with us here on the show. Again, we're down a couple today. Pam, still no internet. Somebody must have cut the fiber in her neighborhood. Who knows what's going on with that? Scotty G finishing up working with that emergency, but he's going to be in Lincoln, Nebraska this weekend. So if you're watching the Michigan State Nebraska game up at in Lincoln, Nebraska, check for the one guy in green in the sea of red out of the 100,000 folks. Those Cornhusker fans are serious. So if you see the green dot, probably your buddy Scotty G. I'll be looking for him on the broadcast. So that's where he's going to be up with our good friend Wade. So it's going to be a lot of fun for those guys. We are here going to have a fun kind of mini trip report because Rikki was down at Walt Disney World, Central Florida last weekend. We're going to talk about everything happening down there. But Rikki, first, as we jump into today's show, homecoming week here, the bye week for Mizzou. We had homecoming at Mizzou last weekend. It's homecoming week for Howell. Exciting times here in my neck of the woods. We both went to the same high school.
We did.
Back in the day. Any homecoming memories for you back in the day? You remember Spirit Week and all that good stuff, the big old pep assembly, stuff like that. What do you remember from homecoming back in the day?
I remember because I was a thespian, so I remember my senior year, the parade, and I remember riding in the float for the homecoming parade. And I forget what the theme was, but I do remember, and this was before my Disney fandom really kicked in. But I do remember I was dressed up as Minnie Mouse, which is kind of funny. I don't remember the theme at all, but I do remember that. And I also remember the fact that I went to the only football game I ever went to
Shut
that year.
up. You only went to one football game? We always had a
Yeah.
good football team. Like we won
No,
state.
I did not go to football games.
Oh my God.
I went to I went to the homecoming game my senior year, but didn't really care about it. So
You're killing me.
I don't think I even stayed very long.
Oh,
So yeah, I think I left. And then I went to homecoming dances, but I
I
went with my
probably
friends.
DJ'd it because I DJ'd a lot of the dances after I graduated.
Possible. Who knows? I don't know. I think I would have recognized you though. So I don't think you were there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like the big memory I have is I remember riding in the float and then I went to the only football game I ever went to for like a few minutes.
Yeah, the homecoming was fun back then because you always had the spirit days like leading up to homecoming every day. Like
Yeah.
today, because it was recording like at Howell today was pajama day because Mallory comes walking in like at 11 o'clock. She does like a half day where she works the other half of the day and she didn't have to work today. So she comes in like right as I'm coming up for lunch, like just pajamas. I'm like, I
Nice.
forgot it was Spirit Week. I'm like, what's going on? Like you got on these big bear claw slippers and PJs. I'm like, where'd you just come from?
That's all right.
Oh yeah, it's homecoming. Yeah, right. So they're doing the high Camp Rock is their theme tomorrow. So
Interesting.
surfers versus
Well, they're doing Camp Rock 3 now.
that's what I heard.
Let's go.
Everything old is new again. So that's the Disney tie there. But yeah. I actually drove in the homecoming parade myself back in the day because it was on Halloween day one of the years. And I had my car in high school was a 71 MGB.
Right.
You got to look that up. Most people don't know what an MGB is, but it was kind of like a Miata.
I actually do.
It was like a little bitty thing. It was a coupe. I mean,
my dad had one.
Oh, did yeah? My grandpa had like 8. He loved these things because they were cheap back in the day.
Yeah.
A British car. Kind of looks like the Austin Powers car.
Yeah, I think it caught on fire.
Yeah, they were not safe.
No.
They were little cheap
I think
cars.
my dad's caught on fire. Yeah, for sure.
Probably. The batteries, there was 2 batteries, and they sat right behind the driver and the passenger. It was such a pain when they died because you had to jump them from behind the driver. But anyway, so it was bright orange. It was great. I love this car. It was the worst car. I mean, like I would never give a 16-year-old a MG because it sat like when I drove on the interstate, like I could have gone under tractor trailers easily.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I had the thing over 100 miles an hour one time on Interstate 44 because I was late to work. I pitched a game down at Melville High School and the game went extra innings, but I had to get to the skating rink by like 6:30 or something like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. Whoa, I was flying. And the thing was only 4-cylinder. I can't believe I got to 100 miles an hour. This one, I got like to 90 and I was like, well, let's see if I can get to 100. You're an idiot when you're a kid. Anyway, it's a wonder I'm still here. But back to that. I drove it in the homecoming parade because my girlfriend at the time was a Hawkette and she was like on the court or whatever. Court. And so she was a candidate or whatever. So she's, we made it look like a pumpkin or something. We put like black construction paper on to make it look like a jack-o'-lantern with like eyes and teeth and stuff. It was really cute. But the whole time, the problem with that was those cars are not meant to idle and go slow like that. The thing was overheating the whole time. Like, I had to keep like, and had this like, you had to do this throttle thing on because it was an old car. Like you had to like do this manual choke thing. It was the whole time like this thing's going to blow up. See the whole thing? Like I was like, this thing's going to overheat. Because did you do the parade over by Barrington Elementary? Is that where you were? Like kind of back in like
probably. Yeah, I don't remember. Probably.
Those are good times. I mean, then you did because we had the soccer game, then we'd have a football game, then we'd have the dance. And it was
yeah.
I love homecoming's great. I love it. We don't have a parade here at Howell because we don't have like a good place to have it. Because we live like right on a highway. The Howell Central has one because they have Cottleville. Like they like we don't get that. Because that's not our area. So we don't get a parade, but we do have a dance and we're hopefully going to beat Troy tomorrow night. It's going to be a tough thing, but we went to our rivals homecoming and beat them at their homecoming last Friday. So that was a lot of fun. We spoiled their homecoming. Spoiling somebody else's homecoming is almost as good as winning yours, I guess.
I guess so.
It was. It was fun. Anyway, let's talk Disney. So, tell us about your homecoming too over in the clubhouse. I love homecoming stories. All right, so Rikki, you were just down there. So, what was happening down at Walt Disney World this past weekend?
I was. So, we had the goal of doing a few things originally before we set out on this trip. The first was I lucked into a reservation for Beacon Barrel. So,
Is it
yeah.
we're calling it B&B or are we not?
No, we're not. Not yet. Yeah, not yet. So I lucked into that, and I had to go pick up my annual pass holder magnet. So that was at step 2 of everything that I needed to do. And then we wanted to get in a little bit of food and wine. So we that was step 3 of everything that I needed to do. And then the last step of everything I needed to do is we wanted to go to Halloween Horror Nights over at Universal. So those are like the 4 things that we had kind of on our list of what we were going to do on this vacation. It was a really short one, only obviously 2 nights. And, we left Lucy with Grandma and Grandpa, and we got to go have some fun, just the 2 of us. So that was kind of, the nice thing is she gets to go hang out with Grandma and Grandpa, see them for a little bit, and we get a couple days without having a child with us, which I know sounds really weird going to Walt Disney World and going without a child. But that's how we roll. So, some days we take her, and other trips that they don't work out where we can take her because, we're doing something like staying up until 1:00 in the morning at Halloween Horror Nights. So we're like, and also going to Halloween Horror Nights. So we were like, that's not happening. So she can stay with Grandma and Grandpa. So, but she had a great time with them. So, I mean, let's be honest. Actually, it was really funny because my mom and dad have a golf cart, and she loves the golf cart. Oh my goodness. Absolutely adores it. And so Brian and I were getting ready to leave. And you know how when you get ready to leave, you expect that there are going to be some tears from your daughter because she doesn't want you to go, right? Yeah, no, not in this case. She was like sitting in the golf cart waiting for my mom to take her on a ride. And she pointed to Brian and she said, "You go to your car." And we were like, okay.
Bye. You guys should be crying if your kid's doing that. Like your kid's telling you to leave. That's
no, we were like, okay, peace out. See you later. Love you, Lucy. Have a good time, Grandma, Grandpa.
Dad, that would mess me up. I'm just saying.
No, he was good. He was all good.
All right, that's
it was really funny. She's like, you go in your car. And she was like, all right, I guess we're good. She's not upset.
I have a senior girl who's doing everything for the last time, dude. I'm holding on by a thread at this point.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I'm just saying it's going way too fast. But okay, so let's talk about let's first of all, let's go Beacon Barrel.
Okay, let's go Beacon Barrel.
Because you guys don't drink, right?
I don't. Brian does. So we went.
Brian was drinking in the Pirates of the Caribbean queue. I hear.
No, he was not drinking in the Pirates of the Caribbean queue. But
somebody.
Yeah. So I did look into a reservation. It was like right. I didn't get it right when they first opened. I remember because obviously you remember like it opened. They were supposed to open it and then it crashed. So then they opened it at like 6:00 in the afternoon. A couple days later, and Brian and I were in Missouri, and I just didn't get a reservation because we were with my in-laws. So I heard that they had released additional reservations a couple of weeks later. So I just got on the app and was like, all right, let's just see if there's anything available, whatever, And boom, there was a reservation for 11:50 on the Friday that we were going to be there. And I said, I was not planning on going to the Magic Kingdom that day. But I said, okay, so booked it. And I'm telling you, like, I was trying to see if I could change it to, make it a little bit later in the day so that I didn't have to leave my mom and dad's so early because we drove down from the Villages, which is like an hour and a half, depending on traffic, hour and 15, hour and a half. So I was like, okay, I got to make sure that, I was trying to book it so that it would go a little bit later so I didn't have to leave so early in the morning, but we managed. So got the reservation, got to the Magic Kingdom.
For you, I get up at 4:45 every
morning. I know. But remember, I had my daughter that I was leaving. So yeah. So we got up early. I'm not saying we didn't get up early.
I'm just playing with you.
I know.
This is my thing. This is what I do.
I know. I'm just specifying. It's not like I slept in.
Just go ahead.
Yeah. And so anyway, got to the Magic Kingdom, got checked in at Beacon Barrel, and it's basically you walk in. And it's very, very themed. Obviously, it's incredibly well done, themed after Pirates of the Caribbean. There are basically two rooms that you can experience. They are connected, so that part's nice. And the one room is the main room that has the bar. There is a little alcove off to the side and off the main room, which is kind of interesting. It looks like a map room. That was really kind of cool to kind of like explore a little bit. It's very small, but really neat. The main room at the bar has, of course, the parrot up at the top. Unfortunately for us, though, he was not feeling well on the day that we were there. So while we might have heard him, we did not get to actually see him. So I was very sad I did not get to see the parrot in person.
That's crazy already? He's already taking some time off. That's not
I
good.
know. I was very sad about that. But yeah, and then the main room is, like I said, themed out. It's got the bar. It's kind of pirate shippy looking. And then the other room is kind of interesting. There's like a fireplace in there, and it kind of feels like a den kind of situation. There's some really cool bottles, ships in a bottle that are on top of the fireplace. There are Easter eggs literally everywhere in this bar. I mean, seriously, every nook and cranny has something pirate ship themed. There are a couple of different shows that happen during your experience. You only have 45 minutes to do Beak and Barrel. And I'm telling you, like, it is a hard 45 minutes. They will kick you out.
So how do they police that?
So our server, so we actually the other thing is there are mostly in the spot there are communal tables. However, in the second room, I think there were more like separate tables. So I think, they'll have a server come to you at probably those tables, but the communal tables, they do have servers come to you as well. So like once they know what time you come in, I think actually our ticket had the time that we came in at, and they police it from there. But we actually ended up standing at the bar. So it was standing room only there, and we did not have a seat. So we ended up hanging out at the actual bar, which was really kind of cool because we got to experience, I feel like we got to, honestly, the best experience, because I was right there where, the parrot would have been coming out. I got to, interact with the bartenders, the servers. So that was really fun because they do different shows inside the Beak and Barrel, and so like it was fun kind of interacting with them while the shows were taking place. You got to talk with your fellow, shipmates or whatever you want to call it. So I met a few lovely people in the bar while we were standing. I met Nancy, who we talked about on the last podcast. It was lovely to meet her. Met a couple of other people as well, but it was just a nice camaraderie that happened kind of while you were standing at the bar. And I feel like it happens, maybe a little less so at some of the tables, at the communal tables, but it was still a really cool experience to have that. They do have, oh yeah, Nancy was so gracious. She got they have a pirate head drink. Like it's a skull, you can drink out of a skull, and we didn't get the skull drink, but she did. And so we were talking to her, and so she asked, would you like to take a drink of this? So Brian tried the skull drink. He said it was good. So
that's fancy Nancy to you.
Fancy Nancy.
They say over on Instagram. And by the way, Natalie just joined us over on Instagram. We answered your question, but you're late. So you could catch that on the replay.
Yeah, I get that.
So the thing I want to have a kind of a larger discussion on this at some point, maybe with Pam and Scott too, when they join us. But I mean, I think they've learned a lot from the lounges on the cruise ships, like so they brought the Star Wars lounge to the Wish, which is nice, but they took it to a whole nother level with the Haunted Mansion parlor, the Treasure. And I think, then you have GO82, which is a whole nother level to the theme parks at Epcot. This is probably akin to that because I haven't been to Beak and Barrel yet. But I think they're taking these small, intimate, like Oga's Cantina is very much.
It reminded me of Oga's for sure.
But I mean, I like, they're sneaking these places in, which I think, highly themed, intimate locations that the Uber Disney fans can enjoy. But I think they're also, I think these are very akin to what you see on the ships.
Yeah, I would get that. I totally get that vibe. Like it could have totally been on a ship, but it was actually in the theme park. Again, this is a restaurant or lounge, I guess I should say, that does serve alcohol. So you can get an alcoholic drink, but they were very specific. You cannot take this out, so you must drink it all here. And Brian actually got the drink Barrels Ablaze, which was Jack Daniel's bonded bourbon, honey, lemon, and chili. And then they do have a couple
chili. That's
like
interesting.
little chili. I think chili flakes. Yeah. So they do have a couple of non-alcoholic drinks. And this is what intrigued me because I don't get to go to a lot of places that are lounges like this that have non-alcoholic drinks that are not fruity because I don't love fruity drinks. I'm not a huge like different food. If it's a strawberry drink, maybe I would do it like coconut flavored drink, maybe, but when you start adding like lemon and lime and stuff like that, I'm totally out. And a lot of times those are the kind of things that they put in drinks that are non-alcoholic. However, here they had a drink that was 100% right up my alley. And my friends are going to laugh when they hear me talk about this because yes, it is a drink that has milk in it.
I was going to say it was 2% milk, right?
It has milk. However, it is not 2%. It is actually made a drink with coconut milk. So yeah, I got the Cursed Treasure, which it has coconut milk and cookie crumbs topped with vanilla foam and then pirate gold, which is just a little cookie. It was really good though. I very much enjoyed it. I know it's probably for the kids who come into the lounge with their parents, but you know what? I don't even care. It was quite delicious. I enjoyed it. And I would 100% get this drink again. So it was nice to have something for me because I don't normally get to drink at these places. Like I'm like, I'll just have a water, you know? So like I'm usually like left out. So it was really great to be able to have a drink here. They do have a couple of small plates as well. And we tried a couple of them. So the one that we tried the Cook's Corn Griddle Cakes with chipotle braised chicken. So these are warm corn cakes. They're stuffed with melted cheese, a lime sour cream, chili peppers, and cheese. This was actually really good. It's actually kind of decent sized. You could totally eat it by yourself. We split it. But it was really, really, really good. It had a lot of good flavor. They do have a vegetarian version as well, which is served with roasted corn and poblano peppers. I didn't get that because I don't, I'm not a spicy food flavor person. So like that wouldn't have been up my jam. But the chipotle braised chicken was really good. It didn't have a super spicy flavor or palate or anything like that. Like there were a couple of peppers, I think, in there that like you could pick out because you could see them. They were like red. Mm-hmm. But it was really good. I very much enjoyed that. The other thing that we got was actually, you're going to be surprised. And honestly, this was my favorite thing. And I'm telling you, I was so surprised that I liked this as much. And I honestly, while I was eating it, didn't know what was in it. And I didn't care because it was that good. This was the Kraken's Catch. And what it was octopus tentacles marinated in lemon and lime juice with olives, bell peppers, avocado, and some sort of pepper almond foam. I have to tell you, this was so good. Brian and I were so surprised at how delicious this was. And again, I didn't know what I was eating because if I knew I was eating olives, I would have been like, no, thank you, because I don't like olives. But I definitely tasted olives when I was eating it. So yeah, it was good. And yes, I did eat octopus tentacles. So again, really, really good. And it was cool. It was because it was a hot day. So it was like a cold appetizer. It was phenomenal. So good. And they've said, because we were talking to the server about it, and has become one of the most popular things at the lounge because people try it and they're like, oh my gosh, that is so, so good. So yeah, I ate octopus. It was delightful.
So a couple questions about that. First of all, how expensive are octopus tentacles?
Octopus tentacles,
because they have to be kind of rare. There can't be a lot of octopus tentacles rolling around.
This was a little pricey. Not gonna lie, they were $18
man. There's not a lot of them in the world, I would think.
Yeah, it was a smaller cup, and they were $18. Well, yeah. So, yeah.
Rare. I mean, it's not like Texas Roadhouse rolls.
No.
Hard to come by, and so they're cool.
Yeah, it's a cold dish. So yeah, it was so
pirates
good.
Eat octopus tentacles. Interesting.
Huh? Yeah.
I said pirates eat octopus. I guess pirates do. I mean, they're out there, they eat what they can. That's interesting.
They do. Yeah.
So one question, because I want to ask one more thing about this. So Judy over on Facebook, who's joined us live here as we record, The skull drink is called the Plunderer's Punch,
Yes.
where a lot of people are rolling out with the souvenir mugs. That
Yes.
skull mug. I'd imagine if you're going to take all the effort to
To
get
go
into
in
you're going to leave with the mug, right?
yeah,
Most people.
absolutely. Both Nancy, the lady on the side of us, and then
Nancy.
yes, Nancy, and then a gentleman who was also on the other side of us who we were talking to. Both of them got the Plunderer's Punch, and it's basically Kraken, black spice rum, blackberry, lime, and vanilla. That's what the drink is. So Brian said it was good. I did not try it because I don't drink any of those things. But yeah, it was. I really enjoyed our time at the Beacon Barrel. It's a really cool experience. It's going to be incredibly difficult to get into for a very long time, I feel like. But if you can luck into a reservation, I would hands down say to try to get one. It was such a cool experience, even though we didn't get to see, the parrot wandering around.
Did you see the ship, like the ship in the bottle?
The ship in the bottle, yeah.
That's what I want to see. That looks awesome.
Yeah, we saw those. That was really cool. I will have a video up about my experience as well here soon. I'm working on editing that too. So, but yeah, it was a really great experience. And like I said before, we got to see Dr. Kai and his daughter Ella there as well, which was great too. So it was a really great time.
Did Dr. Kai have octopus tentacles?
I know we talked to him about it. I don't remember if he ate it.
Dr. Kai, we need to know.
I think he did.
Yeah, he probably did. He's a cool dude. I don't know.
Yeah, he did.
Dr. Kai.
No, I can't remember. I remember a lot of our conversation, but I can't remember who tried that.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I probably have to have a Plunderer's Punch first before I need some rum in me before I go for that. I don't know.
No, it was great. It was great. It was so good.
Yeah, right. Maybe you'd have to tell me it's a big French fry. Like,
Yeah, I legit. I knew I was eating.
Now that I know, it'd be a little bit tougher to put that thing down.
I knew I was eating stuff that I would not have normally put in my mouth, like the olives when I was eating it. But I was like, you know what? It's dark in here. I can't see what I'm eating. This is not bad.
True. That's true. When it's dark and you're just like, it looks like an onion ring. It's
yeah, exactly.
Like a lot of people eat calamari. Like, calamari just looks like onion rings.
I love calamari too. So yeah,
exactly. It's just expensive onion rings.
Yeah, basically. It's expensive. Calamari. Yeah.
Like a little rubbery. What's going on here?
Yeah.
All right. So Beacon Barrel's a hit. So it's worth the trouble. Okay.
Yes.
So it's kind of a shame. You got to go through all that, but it's going to be worth it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's great that it is. Like, oh man, like if it was disappointing, like, well, at least I don't.
No, it was definitely not disappointing.
That's good. Really good. That's great. Okay, so tell us about food and wine. What did you guys like over food and wine, or how's that?
Okay. So here's the deal. A couple of other things. So I did do Tron. I want to stay at the Magic Kingdom for just a second.
Okay.
So we did do Tron. We got to see the new updated version with the red and the 9-inch nails for Tron Ares. It was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed it a lot. They have a different storyline to go with the new film as well, and I really liked it. I thought it was a really good overlay. The 9-inch nails music, it's really like it wasn't noticeable, I guess I should say. That
you listen to it every day in your car.
Absolutely. That's totally what I'm jamming out to.
100%. I guarantee you, Brian.
100% not in sync. It's 9-inch nails. Yeah, that's my jam. But I thought the overlay was excellent. I really thought they did a fantastic job with it. So I would say if you're there and you can experience the overlay, I would 100% try to do so as well. And then after that, we actually took a bus. Took a bus and went over to Animal Kingdom because it was
a lot of work for a magnet, dude. You're killing me with that magnet.
Okay, well,
I
know but here's the deal. I legit have every single magnet that has ever come out from Disney. I have every single one. So including all the circular ones. So I mean, I have all of them. So I'm now like, it's like that completionist thing now. Like I would feel like I was missing.
Here's the deal. If you miss one, then all the pressure's off. It's like,
I know.
I get it because like I'm with my Apple Watch circles. Like I didn't want to get because I have a terrible cold. I have a migraine. I didn't want to get on the treadmill today, but I have to film a circle because
exactly.
I know
that is me with the magnets.
So I know.
I went over to Animal Kingdom and got my magnet, but it was also really special to go over there that day because it was actually Baxo's birthday. So Baxo is the tiger. He is the baby tiger that was born, and he turned 1. And so I actually went over to go see him to celebrate his first birthday. So he was so cute. Oh my gosh. They gave him this basically ice block.
Could have given him like a Jayhawk.
It was a cake. His ice block.
A big blue bird.
Stop. So they gave him like this ice block cake, and by the time we got there, it was mostly melted, but there was still like some left. So he got up. I got to see him like go over there and eat some of his cake, and he was playing with the ball. It was really, I saw him not long after he debuted at Animal Kingdom. So it was really kind of cute to see him like now on his first birthday. So that was really special. So I doubt, yes, I went over for the magnet, but I did want to see Baxo and his first birthday. So I do have a video up about that though, because I've already edited that one up. So that one's on a Disney World After All's YouTube channel. So you can go check that out. But he's so cute though. And oh my gosh, everybody was crowding around that the tiger, Maharaja Jungle Trek. So I mean, he was the star of the show. I'm not gonna lie, he was so popular that day.
Everybody was chanting.
They were not.
They were. I mean, the true fans of Basco or whatever his name is.
Baxo, something like that.
A good name would have been Truman, but go ahead.
That's all right. Yeah. So anyway, at that point, Brian and I were hungry because it had been a while since we'd eaten our octopus and chicken corn cake.
I mean, it can't be. Yeah, it's probably like caviar. It's probably a small serving. I'm sure.
It was yeah. That the chicken corn cake was bigger than the octopus for sure.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I've only seen really octopus and Scooby Doo, so I don't know how big they really are.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
real life. So yeah, true. I don't know.
So we were getting hungry, and so we were sitting there. Actually, when we were waiting for the bus for Animal Kingdom, Brian and I were on the app because we don't make reservations before we get to the park now anymore for dining. So we were looking at the app, and we were like, "What's available?" And we actually saw that there was a reservation for Yachtsman Steakhouse, and so we ended up.
Look at you guys doing some signature on it last minute. I thought you guys like Yak and Yeti at Animal Kingdom. I'm like, that's a good place to go. But
nope.
Oh, heck no.
We went for it, man.
Big.
We went big. We had
drop your kid off, and there's like, hey, man, they're gonna ride around the golf cart to the villages, man. We're going to the Yachtsman.
It kind of was, yeah. We're like, cool, we get a date night out of this. So yeah, we totally went to Yachtsman on last minute reservation. And oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so nice. Yeah,
you already had. I mean, think about you guys. You guys are rolling. You're eating octopus tentacles and Yachtsman in one day. What are you guys?
I know, right? Well, we did not have steak. Brian and I, the thing that sold both Brian and I on going to Yachtsman that night was we looked at the menu and they had sea bass on the menu, which we had sea bass on the Disney cruise at Enchanted Garden. And our server told us you can't miss the sea bass. So we tried it, and oh my gosh, the sea bass on the cruise was the best thing we had. So when we saw that there was sea bass on the menu at Yachtsman, we were like, done and done. So we went and we got an appetizer. We did the whole Steve and Pam Forrester thing where we split our meal, not to be cheap, but because we knew that we were going to eat a lot. So we got an appetizer of the lobster bisque soup, which, oh my gosh,
a lot of food that came out of the ocean in this.
We totally did.
You at this point are like 22% like
fish. Yeah, exactly. Totally fish. So we got the lobster bisque soup. It was so good. So often I find the lobster bisque soup is really heavy on sherry, which I don't love. I don't love a sherry-filled lobster bisque, but this was really good. Really, really creamy, delicious. Oh my goodness. Brian could not stop talking about the rolls that they give you.
Man, rolls are good anywhere. Like I don't.
Yes, but these were like onion pull-apart rolls, and he was so in love with these rolls. I tried the sourdough roll they give you like hunks of garlic that you can like smear in. Oh my goodness, it was so good. I could eat like the garlic bread just with, it was so good. And then we got the sea bass, which again was quite delightful. Oh, it was seared to perfection. So good, so light, so flaky. It came with a rice pilaf type thing with.
Did you picture him before he was sitting on your plate playing the bass?
No, we're good. Yeah.
Should have.
It came with like a rice with like an andouille sausage, I believe, and there was some little shrimp in there as well. So it was seafooded up for sure. And then we also got a side of truffle mac and cheese, which was just phenomenal. Oh my goodness.
Stop, because it's dinner time, man. You're killing me.
I know. It was so delicious. I don't like mushrooms normally, but I'm a huge truffle fan. So anytime I see something like a truffle mac and cheese, I get it, and it's incredible. It was so creamy, so delightful. And then for dessert, we got the creme brulee. And it was really cool because they did like what they do with like fancy old fashions and stuff like that. They had put a lid on it and it had smoke, and it was like a smoky creme brulee, and they lifted the lid and the smoke came up. Oh, it added such a great flavor to the profile of the creme brulee. I was in heaven. I left there so
guys,
full.
I didn't know you guys were see Fancy Nancy should have been with you, because you guys are like fancying it up. You guys are rolling. I can't believe you guys. Holy
It was so good. Well, ironically, the last time we ate there was with Pam and Steven for I think it was Pam's birthday that year. And I remember Brian kind of
I can't believe you're getting a dessert that they're serving like in a thing like an old I mean, you guys are fancy. Like this is something Scotty G would do. He just jumped into the chat over.
Oh, I felt like Scott for sure.
Scott would do 100%. Like, I can't just have like a brownie sundae, dude. I'm
rolling.
No. This dessert's gonna come like flambe. It's gonna be it's gonna have a dome on it. It's gonna have smoke. It's gonna be a dessert and a show. And I've had octopus tentacles like 10 hours ago over at the Magic Kingdom.
I can tell you, it will not be so long before we go back to Yachtsman again, because it was so good. We will definitely be doing that's now on our list, because now I know I can convince Mr. Fiscally Responsible to go there because they have sea bass on the menu. So we're good now. We can go. But the good thing about going there was A, we left so full. So B, we went over to Epcot Food and Wine. And when I tell you it was packed, I mean, it was packed. It was like 30-minute lines for every single food booth. So by the time we got there, I was so happy that I was full. We just literally walked around World Showcase and just kind of took in the atmosphere, because it was just nuts. I'm telling you, bonkers cuckoo
Friday
nuts.
Friday night, right?
It was Friday night. Yeah. So it was just cuckoo nuts. But we had a good time. We kind of just, again, we had like 2 hours left, and we just soaked up the atmosphere and stuff like that. So that was kind of nice. I will say that first aid at Epcot is great. Brian had to go to first aid because he had twisted his foot like a couple weeks ago and it was bothering him. So he went to first aid, and they gave him some ice and stuff like that. So they were great with him. But because he went to first aid, I got to catch Luminous, which was which was great too.
You left him behind. Like, I'll catch you later.
Yeah, he left me. Well, see, what happened was I went to order. I had mobile ordered the Pluto Halloween sipper, and so he's like, "I'm gonna go to first aid while you go pick up the Halloween sipper." And then by that time, the fireworks had started, so I was just waiting for him, and he was watching the fireworks, and I watched the fireworks without him. So yeah.
let's recap here. You've dropped your kid at the Villages. Now you've dropped your husband at first aid. If you're with Ricky, you were just getting left behind at some point. So you're not. He's going to drop you at some point. So just
I'm gonna just have my own vacation at that point.
You might start with her, but you're not going to end with her.
No,
how it can work. So it was packed. Who was playing that night at American?
Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. Who we like when we were walking past. It was like an off time, so we didn't get to see him perform. So we missed that too. But it was a busy night. I mean, this tells you right here, Figment had a 10-minute wait. So that tells you how busy it was. So yeah, it was crazy packed. And we just kind of walked around and got the atmosphere of the Food and Wine Festival. Like I said, Food and Wine has not been my favorite festival lately. I really think that it has fallen by the wayside.
It's usually, when I've been down, it's like smoking hot. Like it was
so hot too.
It's usually so hot, and it's just so busy. Like it is, it's a lot of work. Like and the heat makes me just like on edge. Like I like Festival of the Arts is like cool. Yeah. Like I can take, it's nice, humid. Like I just feel more comfortable. It just doesn't feel as crowded. Even Flower and Garden. Like,
Brian and I were discussing that actually. We were like, honestly, I feel like Food and Wine Festival is the hottest of all of them. Yes, I know that Flower and Garden can be hot, especially if you go at the end toward the end.
Yep.
But a lot of times they have like fresher flavors, so you don't feel as bad eating some of those foods.
I think too mentally it's at the beginning of the season. So like you're more excited to be like, if it's hot, like, okay, at least it's the beginning of the hot season. Like, okay, I've been like freezing forever, so I'm not so like at this, you're donezo with heat at this point. Like,
yeah,
it was over the heat. Like,
it was awful at that point. Yeah. So we, I feel like Food and Wine is overdone and overplayed, and I would much rather do Flower and Garden or Festival of the Arts, or honestly, Festival of the Holidays has become a favorite of Brian and mine. We love doing the cookie stroll, and every year we've made it like a tradition to do it. And so we're going to Thanksgiving this year, and like we've already discussed, we are hands down all in on the cookie stroll again this year. Like we're ready to go. I've got my bucket that we bought last year. I'm bringing that sucker with me, and we're gonna do the cookie stroll and go around and get that done. So like, yeah, we love the Festival of the Holidays. I think it's not my favorite, but it's creeping up there for sure. So
okay, so we got a hard out like in 5 minutes, but give us 5 minutes on Halloween Horror Nights.
Because I know that you hate Halloween Horror Nights.
I worked at a haunted house, so I mean, I used to scare people for a living. Not really. I
get that. But
people at Silo X. But go ahead, tell us.
Yes, we did Halloween Horror Nights. We started the thing about Halloween Horror Nights is it is insanely busy as well. There are definitely things you need to do to make Halloween Horror Nights manageable. We ate dinner beforehand. That's going to be key. And granted, you're eating dinner at like 3:00 in the afternoon. But I'm telling you, like,
I ate it for, so
yeah, I get that. We ate a cowfish. So I love cowfish. We used to have one here in Atlanta, but they closed it. So like anytime we go to Cowfish, we tend to try to go. They took my favorite roll off the menu. I don't eat sushi, but they have a burgushi there. So instead I got the cheese burgushi, which was so fantastic too. Really, really good. We always get the crab rangoon dip, also fantastic. So delicious. So we went to Islands of Adventure for a little bit, and then we made our way over to Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights. We did meet up with my brother and my brother-in-law, and we went through the park with them. So that was very nice that they helped us to get into the park, and we had a really good time with them. We walked in. They have 4 different scare zones this year. My favorite scare zone, I think, honestly, this is so hard because the scare zones they're top notch this year. I mean, Universal knocked it out of the park for the scare zones. They went above and beyond. They've always done a good job with scare zones, but I really feel like this year it was just next level bonkers. My favorite though, I think, would have to be the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. It's the weirdest scare zone. It's the weirdest story. It's such a unique idea. So the whole idea behind this is it's kind of like those old fairy tales, from the past, like Hansel and Gretel, something along those lines. So this old lady, it's Halloween. She's not a witch, but she makes this special soup that apparently the kids all try on Halloween when they visit her house. I don't know why you'd try a soup from a weird old lady on Halloween, but whatever. And so this is a potion, obviously, and it turns them into cats. So they turn into these very feral cats. And so you get to see the kids as they're, transitioning into cats. You get to see them before they, as they're trick-or-treaters, and then as the transition, and then once they finally reach that whole cat life. It's a really, again, it's very kitschy. It was so cool. I know that it sounds really dumb the way I'm explaining it, but like it's such a unique idea, and I loved every second of it. And then my other favorite scare zone is going to be the Toxic 20s. Again, so creative. Universal completely, like, they did such amazing sets for this. It's so the whole idea is there was this gangster. The gangsters were like trying to escape the cops, I believe, and they ran into this toxic waste kind of truck situation. And so the toxic goo kind of went everywhere in the city. And so you see people as they are transforming into these toxic mutants. So you have, again, various versions of toxicity, I guess I should say, which again is such a cool, it's like set in New York. So it's very like gangster, New York 20s feeling. It's again, a really great scare zone. Those are my two favorite scare zones that I experienced. The other ones were great too, but those were seriously my favorite. I've been so excited about those scare zones since they were announced, honestly. I also enjoyed the Mel's Die and Zombies, which were really cool too, but we didn't really get to see a lot of those because we hit those right at the beginning of the park. And then the biggest thing, honestly, I can say is if you're going to Halloween Horror Nights, you want to do Stay and Scream. Stay and Scream, I think, is the key, which means you need to be in the park by 5 o'clock, which is the cutoff. And this year they're doing things a little bit different. So they are actually, instead of corralling guests, they are actually allowing them to then get in line for the attractions once they get their Stay and Scream wristband. So that's really great. I feel like that's a much better option than kind of corralling everybody into one area and then the mad dash to go to the houses once they actually open. So also, the nice thing about Stay and Scream is the houses open a little bit earlier. So Halloween Horror Nights doesn't start until 6:30. But if you're there for Stay and Scream, you get to start at 5:15. So again, you can get a lot of extra houses done. And if you're not going to buy Express, Stay and Scream is the best way, I think, to get to experience the most number of houses. Because once that 8 o'clock time slot to about midnight hits, that's peak time for Halloween Horror Nights. And those wait times for those houses are going to be astronomical. I mean, we saw Jason Universe at 140 minutes. Fallout was at 70 minutes while we were waiting. Five Nights at Freddy's was 140 minutes. So like those houses during that time period are really, 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 really heavy. So you definitely want to do Stay and Scream if you can, or you should get Express. We had Express for our experience, and it was a godsend. Again, it allows you to get into the attractions faster. You do have to wait in line a little bit. So, we usually waited about maybe 20 minutes or so, I'd say on average for the different houses. But it's going to save you so much if you're actually, looking. It is very expensive though. I will say, like, Express is incredibly expensive. But if you're only there one night and you don't plan on going back multiple times during the event, it's the way to go. The other way to go, and again, is even more expensive, but honestly, this is like if you're really looking to experience everything, is the RIP tours, which these are actually cast members that they're guided tours, and they will take you in the back. You get on you don't have to wait in the express line. You pretty much get on into the houses, immediately. So it's really cool. The team members are dressed up as like nurses and stuff like that. So like it's kind of got that whole Halloween Horror Nights theme. I got to see the show Nightmare Fuel, which is really good. If you ever kind of watch like America's Got Talent or something like that, it's a lot of acts like that. Those aerialists that you see, the fire twirlers, the contortionists, those kind of things, set to heavy metal music. It's such a cool show. I really think it's very well done. It's extremely popular. These shows have their fans, and they are diehard fans, and they come out in full force. So again, you want to get your spot for that show a little bit early. We lucked in 10 minutes before. We had seats on the side. They were fine. We had good seats. We could see everything, but if you want middle seats, you want to definitely get there early. They have a new show called Ghoulish. It's a water show. I caught it from the back side, not the front side. But again, it's kind of cute. It's kind of kitschy, but it's a nice addition. I like that they've added this water show to the event. It just gives something else for people like me who maybe don't like going in the houses, but like the experience of Halloween Horror Nights. So that's kind of a great thing too. The other thing is the food lines were all incredibly long. The drink lines were all incredibly long. But we did go. So at Louis, they have that land, the backside of water. I like that. At Louis, they have right now so one of the houses again is Five Nights at Freddy's, which is based off of a video game, then they have made a movie off of it. and it's kind of like Showbiz Pizza, if you remember Showbiz Pizza. So it feels a lot like that. The marquee of the restaurant is very Showbiz Pizza looking. Like me and Brian were discussing that. And so they actually at Louis, they have the Freddy's Fazbar's pizza, pizza restaurant. And so we actually went in there, we got pizza, and it is basically pizza with spaghetti on top. It was really good. I really liked it. I'm thinking about making it for dinner one night because it's pretty easy to make, to be perfectly honest. And it was really good. I also got a cupcake, which was really good as well. And the last thing that I will mention is your girl, who's a terrible scaredy cat. She didn't go in just one house. She went into two, baby. So I was so proud of myself. I'm a huge chicken. Like, I'm telling you, like, huge chicken with haunted houses. They've terrified me as a kid. Mike, you probably remember the JCs back in the day. They used to do a haunted house. And my parents were JCs, and I would remember setting up the haunted house back then. They would set it up, and like I literally wouldn't go in while they were setting up, like getting everything decorated. Like I was that scared. Like I'd sit in the car and like fret, like that was me. Like they'd be in decorating for like an hour, and I'd just be sitting in the car waiting because I'd be like, no, I'm not going in. And this was when I was like 12. So like, it's not like I was like a kid. Like I'm like 12, 13, 14. So I don't do haunted houses. My brother loves haunted houses, so you couldn't get the complete opposite family members. So my brother was like, okay, you're gonna do two houses. He said the Five Nights at Freddy's house is not scary. That was the last house we did, and I was so tired as we were going in that house. Like at that point, I didn't care. Like I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm good. Like you can scare me. I'm not terrified of going into this house. So but it was so cool because they have puppets or audio animatronics, and they're from the Jim Henson family, and like they did that. So they were really well done. They have a ton of them in there too, and they have puppets and everything like that. So well done. If you were a fan of Showbiz Pizza back in the day, you would love this house. It's not a scary house. It's more of a fun scary house. The other house I did was Dolls Play Dead. This one made me a little more nervous. It was earlier on in the night, and I was a little scared. I watched a video before I went in, and I was like, I still don't know, but I faced my fears, and I did it. Basically, the story behind this one is that it's kind of like Sid from Toy Story, where he has all these toys, but he kind of contorts them into different things. This is a little girl who contorts her dolls and other toys into different things and twisted, kind of thing. So I was very proud of myself. I did both houses. Now I did manage to set myself up so that I would not get scared as easily because I had my brother walking in front, my brother-in-law walking in behind him. My brother-in-law is tall, so I stood behind him and just held on to his shirt. And then I had Brian walking behind me, and he was holding on to me. So like I was set with two very tall men, and I was like, you couldn't see me, which was helpful because I didn't they didn't scare me very much, which was good. So yeah, so that was my experience at Halloween Horror Nights. It was a great experience. I was not expecting to stay as late as we did. We stayed until like 1:00 in the morning, but it was so much fun. We had a really good time, and if you've ever considered Halloween Horror Nights, I think you should go. It's really a lot of fun. I enjoy it every single year. It's one of the things I look forward to the most, even though I'm not a horror fan. It's so much fun. So if you have questions about Halloween Horror Nights, feel free to ask me because, like I said, I go almost every single year, and I'm pretty well versed in it. So, if you, I know that we don't talk about Halloween Horror Nights a lot here on the show. So if you've got questions, feel free to reach out.
All right. And that's Rikki at BeOurGuestPodcast.com.
Yes.
All right, so we are going to put a wraps on today's show, but we appreciate you hanging out with us here on a Friday. And if you are celebrating homecoming around the country for your high school or your university, have a great homecoming. Or if it is coming up soon, get ready because it is that season. It's the fall. We love the fall here in the States. So thanks for hanging with us. We'll have a live show this Sunday night. Join us 7:00 Eastern, 6:00 Central. Give us a call. I'll be flying solo, so we need your calls. We'll be live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or Twitch. So join me at 7:00 Eastern. Let's have some fun with the BOGP open line. Don't forget, today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details this weekend over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. Just click through there. Anytime you shop online, it supports the show. Super simple, great way to support us. And you can support us by becoming a patron. Thanks to everybody who already does that. You guys are our VIPs. I cannot thank you enough for that. It's just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you at patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can follow us on the social media at Be Our Guest Mike is where I am on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads. Ricky's at Ricky Nibs, RIKKINIBS. And join us in the clubhouse this weekend. That's our Discord server, free for everybody. The conversations never stop. Got about 1,500, 1,600 folks over there, and it's a good time. Coming over at beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. All right, we're jumping out of here. I'm going to wish you a great weekend. We'll see you Sunday night for the live call-in show. So for Ricky, I'm Mike. You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. Boom. Oh my gosh, my head is throbbing.
Sorry.
Walker 83 says Hollywood Horror Nights looks too intense for me.
Understood. I mean, it can be for sure. It kind of depends. If you go into it and kind of just go for the scare zones at first and do that and the food and that kind of thing, like, get the feel of it a little bit, and then you can maybe work your way up. Again, I didn't do the really scary houses. I know, like, my brother and Kevin and Kate and Brian did. I kind of, just avoided the scary ones, but if you look online too, like, people will talk about which houses are the more intense ones and which ones are kind of the more fun ones. And I feel like, if you get a little bit of courage, like I had, you can maybe go into a couple of the fun ones. There's usually like a couple fun, scary ones every year. So like, that's kind of how I managed to finally go into a couple houses, but it's a lot of fun, but there's definitely some scary stuff. So.
All right. Well, good shows. I appreciate it, Ricky. I'll talk to you. So you're going to be here next week?
I believe. Hang on. Next week, yes, I believe so. Let me look at the calendar real quick. I should be. Yes.
All right. I'll send out a text.
Okay, sounds good.
Shout out Preacher Tony. All right. I'll see you guys. All right. We'll see you. There's nobody else. Just you.
Yeah. Just me.
All right. See you. Bye.
Bye.